friends, I'm looking at Galatians 6 right now, at how we can help others follow Christ. And that is part of the way that we can love others as Christ calls us to. And I want to talk about this idea of how much help we should give to someone, or what kind of help is actually helpful. Because verse 2 says, bear one another's burdens and so fulfill the law of Christ. Verse 5 says, each one will have to bear his own load. Now, there's been a lot of discussion I've heard on what is it to bear someone's burdens, but not carry the whole load of their life. And this is my take on it that I want to share with you. I think that the first part is talking about helping them out when they're in a situation where they can't do it at the time. And verse 5, where each person has to bear their own load, is about people do have to face the consequences of their actions. So for example, a consequence might be if you have a friend that's struggling in following Christ, and in that they have broken the law. Well, their load might be the consequences. They might have to do some jail time. They might have some difficulty restoring relationships that have been broken because of their actions or their self-destructive patterns. They also have to take the responsibility to want to change. You can't do any of those things for them. Okay, God took our judgment, but you can't go to jail for someone else. You can't step in the place and fix their relationship. They have to do the work to fix the relationships that have been broken. They have to face the consequences. They will reap what they sow. Okay, verse 7 says that God is not mocked. Whatever a person sows, they will have to reap. They will have to face the consequences. But I think when we bear each other's burdens, what that is talking about is things like, while your friend is going to court, maybe you can help give their kid a ride to soccer practice, or while they're meeting with their parole officer, you can help out with something. While they are going to counseling to restore their marriage that's broken, maybe you can bring them dinner to just ease some of the practical burdens as they're trying to deal with these difficult things in their life. If they have burned some bridges, maybe you can help them figure out how to restore those bridges and rebuild difficult relationships. Maybe it will mean helping someone find a job, but it does not mean that we take full responsibility or that we try to accept the consequences for what they have done. So if you have a friend who's in some self-destructive patterns, who's having a hard time following Christ and is unwilling to change their behavior, you can't do anything about that. That's their load. They have to assume responsibility for the things that they can do. But when they're working on fixing their life, there are things that you as a friend can do to help support them and help make it a little bit easier for them to do the hard work of restoration, to face their consequences without it becoming an additional burden on their family. So think about that. If you have someone who is facing a really hard time like that, going to counseling, going to AA meetings, whatever they're doing to try to fix the things that they've broken, what can you do to maybe help with some of the everyday responsibilities in ways that don't stretch you beyond what you can do? I hope that God gives you some ideas as you pray about this, and that you know what He's calling you to do to help bear the burdens that you can, while not taking on responsibility for their change and their reconciliation in their life. This will fulfill the law of Christ. This is one of the ways that we love God and love others. So think about that, and don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss the next video as we keep talking about Galatians 6 and helping others through the difficult things that they are facing.